This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. Looking for that last card to complete your online deck or just to get the latest booster packs in town, they literally have everything, even the Fusion Strike stuff. So be sure to head over to the website PotownStore.com and use that coupon code ZapDoesTCG for 5% off. Also, head over to cardsmarket.com if you're a European player. This website is fantastic. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe, and I personally use it every single day to get rid of cards that I don't need to buy new ones. Use the referral name ZapDoesTCG and you're helping out the channel tremendously. Last but certainly not least is yourplaymat.com. This website is fantastic when you create your own unique custom playmat. They ship worldwide, and of course right now you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. So start creating your own unique custom playmat for the new season. So thanks for sticking with the commercials. Let's get this video on the roll. Peace. What's up YouTube, it's ZapDoesTCG here and welcome back to our TCG video on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about budget decks and why they are great right now. If you are building on a budget, you can still win tournaments and do very well. And that's going to be today's video. If you guys are new to the channel, be of course sure to hit that subscribe button. You're going to get daily Pokemon TCG content, and today I finally decided to actually give the people that are building on a budget actually a chance. There's a lot of decks right now that cost way too much money. Think about Mew VMAX. It's just preposterous how much money a Mew VMAX deck actually costs. Also, there are other decks like Rapid Strike Urshifu, maybe other Single Strike Urshifu, for example, that use so many VMAXs that is just unaffordable for a lot of people out there. So these are actually very great decks, and you're gonna have a lot of time with them. We're gonna be actually showcasing how much they are worth. Actually, this is based on checking out the prices over at Troll and Toad. I don't know if that's the correct way to just check out prices, but it should not be very far from what is indicated right here. So $25. That's just very cheap to start playing competitively with a Malamar deck. You can of course play Malamar with Inteleon, but then it's not going to be budget friendly because the Drizzles themselves cost $5. So if you guys are hyped for this video, be sure to let me know by slapping the hell out of the like button. It helps out so much and it motivates me to make more and better content for you guys. So what can we see here is that the Malamar, I think they're like 35 cents a piece. The Cinccino will cost you like maybe $2 or something. Auxiliary only $1, and the rest of the deck is just very, very cheap. It depends, maybe 20 cents, 25 cents per card, which is very, very cool for specific cards, and that is actually going to be ending up to $25 for Malamar. Malamar is a one price deck that is able to uptrade against VMAX Pokemon. The only thing you don't want to see with Malamar is of course sniping decks like Jolteon or Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. If you don't see those, you're going to be fine, although against Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX you have a little bit of a chance if you're able to get out 3 Inks because they of course are weak to Psychic. Other decks you don't want to be seeing is of course the decks that are sniping way too much. I already talked about the Inteleon engines here and there, but sometimes there's also an Inteleon VMAX that you miraculously see on the verse side and then they knock you out. But against VMAX decks that do not snipe, you're gonna have a fantastic time. You're gonna uptrade, you're gonna be knocking out VMAXs, taking 3 prize cards, knocking out like V Pokemon like Suicune, Zacian. It doesn't matter, it's going to actually work out with this list. I'm a very huge fan of the Cinccino engine in here just because of the fact that it's cheap and also lets you win games by drawing a lot of cards. So test out Malamar and let me know what you think about it. And next up we're going to be going over to Zacian Zamazenta. Who knew that this deck is a budget deck, and this is actually going to set yourself back $35. This deck is pretty interesting because the only expensive cards are like Zacian and Zamazenta. And actually a Zacian does, I think it's only like $4 or maybe $3.5. It doesn't matter. At Zamazenta, same amount of price, and then Orango is about like $1.5 or $2, which is very cool because that's the most expensive cards in the set. Other than that, maybe the Ryan is a little bit more expensive than the others, like the Bossazors, I think is like 20 cents or something because they came in so many like Shining Fates products, it's crazy. So also Marnie is a little bit more on the expensive side. On the other hand, all the rest of the cards are like 15 cents or 20 cents, so that actually is setting you all the way up to $35. A very cool budget deck, and it's very competitive. Joshua Sutherland already won a tournament with this specific list, so you already know what's up. You of course have Tool Scrapper slapping off stuff like the Cape of Toughness against the Suicune matchup. You have Intrepid Sword. You can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and accelerate all the energies you find there. Your turn does end, but with of course cards like Rotom Phone as well as Oranguru, you can make sure that the top card is of course a Metal Energy, and it's very good. You have Crystal Cave to heal a lot of damage from your Pokemon. As Zamazenta, a lot of decks do not have have an answer for Zamazenta. Definitely with the 4 Cape of Toughness and Crystal Cave will sometimes be hard for a lot of decks to just counter. And there's of course Metal Saucer on top of Ryan to get back-to-back Zacians or Zamazentas. A very cool deck, and it's budget friendly, so that's what you get here. You don't always get like the most broken decks that cost a bazillion amount of dollars. This time around is budget decks. Moving forward is going to be Galarian Obstagoon. This is a 1 prize mechanic, and I think it's also $35 if I'm not mistaken. Nah, it's a little bit more expensive. I think it's $40, this fella. The reason for that, you might think, why is this deck $40? I only see 1 Galarian Moltres V. If you want to know, there is 1 copy of the Capture Energy behind me. Like, let's just move around just a tiny bit. As you can see, 1 Capture Energy. So screenshot that if you want to. What else can we see here is that Merciless Strike Obstagoon is busted. You're going to be able to one-hit KO Mew VMAXs. Not only is this a Mew VMAX counter deck, against other VMAXs you can 2-shot, which is very, very good. Galarian Moltres, you're easily setting that up. I think that's the most expensive card from this deck. I think it's $6 for the Galarian Moltres. And then the Drizzle's Capture Energy is bringing it up to the $40 count, because Drizzle is super expensive right now, as well as Capture Energy for some specific reason. Don't know why that is, but it is like it is. Only 1 quick hero, which is nice. That actually lowers down the price a little bit. Shady Dealings Inteleon from Sword and Shield is not that expensive. Only the Drizzle and the Capture Energy puts this deck to the higher count of $40, which is still a budget-friendly deck. And you're going to be winning tournaments if you're seeing a whole heap of Mews, because Fan of Waves gets rid, of course, on the special energy, and then you can just one-hit KO them. Sometimes they come with the Meloettles, but you can also one-hit KO those, which is very, very cool. You can even attack with Galarian Moltres at one time, and of course the Shady Dealings will fetch yourself the rare candy that you want. Early game, you use level balls to get yourself started, and in the late game, you're going to be able to, of course, KO Mew VMAXs with, of course, the boss's order. So very, very cool to see that there's a lot of one-price archetypes in this budget category that are doing pretty well. Moving forward, we're going to be talking about Blissey. Blissey is an interesting card for sure, and it's going to be setting yourself back this specific deck $45. This Blissey is something else, alright? You're going to be, of course, using Blissey with, of course, the Blissful Blast, slapping a lot of damage for every energy attached to Blissey, and if you use the attack, you can accelerate 3 energies from your discard pile. Cards like Capture Energy do, of course, drive this deck to a $45 count, because I think the Blissey is around $3.5 at this point, which is very, very cheap. Cards like Hyper Potion and stuff like the Lucky Ice Pop and Fan of Waves are not that expensive in general, and you're going to be able to, of course, make this deck for $45. The cool thing about this list is that with the Dunsparce, you get rid of your fighting weakness, and of course with a lot of healing cards like Hyper Potion on top of Suspicious Food Tin, you're actually going to be healing a lot of damage from Blissey time after time with a high amount of Path to the Peak. Decks like Mew VMAX do not like facing this for sure. So try out this Blissey V deck. It's very, very cool. You're going to be having an awesome time with Lone Blissey V and healing a lot of stuff. And with the Cape of Toughness, you're adding the HP from Blissey from 250 all the way to 300 freaking damage. How about it? We've already tested all these decks before on the channel, by the way. Last but not least, this budget deck just came out, and of course we have Ross Cotton to thank for that. We have this Galarian Moltres 1-price deck. Hoopa with the Assault Gate, able to knock out weak HP Pokemon, for instance Sobble, Houndour, and even Meloetta, which is good with 90 damage. And then of course you have the Galarian Moltres, which slaps more damage for every prize card the opponent has already taken. The Hoopa works in synergy with the free retreat Tapu Koko. We just tested this list, I think 2 days ago on this channel, so be sure to check it out if you haven't already. And while you're slapping down with your Hoopa or the Galarian Moltres, the other Galarian Moltres V is able to, of course, accelerate energies from the discard pile. Clara can get yourself Pokemon and energies respectfully from the discard pile, so you can get back-to-back 1-prize Galarian Moltres, and the opponent sometimes is not able to handle that. On top of this, quick shooting will help you to just ping a lot of damage so you can get those one-hit KOs. What are the most expensive cards in this list? Galarian Moltres V, $6, and then of course the Drizzles are actually like $5 at this point, which is ridiculous. Then the quick shooting Inteleon is about $3. So very, very budget friendly deck. The only thing is the problem is like Inteleon is a little bit expensive, which makes these budget decks a little bit more expensive than you actually want. But $45 for a good, cool budget deck like this one is definitely good in my book. So let me know in the comment section if there are any budget decks that I forgot about. Let me know. Let's get a discussion started. Which are the most budget friendly decks that actually are able to win tournaments? That's what I want to know from you guys today. If you guys enjoyed videos like these, be sure to let me know by slapping the hell out of the like button. It helps out in so many ways, and I always appreciate it. So it has been very fun to just research this this the amount of money that specific cards are worth, and if there are more budget decks, I'll definitely feature them on the channel, because you don't always need the crazy VMAX Pokemon to, of course, win games. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. Be sure to check out our sponsors, PotownStore.com, the best place for TCGO code cards. Still looking for that last card to complete your deck? Well, you can just head over to Potown Store, purchase some Fusion Strike packs, and get yourself set up. You can use the coupon code ZABLUSTCG for 5% off your order, and that's actually going to be helping you out. Also, there's cardmarket.com if you want to be, if you're a European player, you want to buy any of these cards. They're very cheap right now, so of course go over to cardmarket.com. Use the referral name ZABLUSTCG when creating an account. Last but certainly not least, yourplaymat.com. Want to create your own unique custom playmat? Now is the time. Click the link down below, get 10% off, and they ship worldwide. So start uploading your favorite wallpaper or design and turn it into a beautiful, beautiful playmat. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace.